Welcome to Find Your Center. I'm Kate. For today's advanced beginning mat class, we're going to work on the teaser. And I'm going to show you some different ways that you can use different tools that you might have around your house to help you ease your way into the teaser. So let's warm up a little bit first. I have an extra cushy mat here today because we're going to do a little bit more kind of rolling and balancing around our tailbone area, so I like to have extra cushion for that. If you have a carpet, that's probably fine. So we'll sit up straight, and we're going to roll down slowly. Instead of going all the way down, we're going to go just a little bit, and hold. And breathe into this position, pulling our shoulders back, squeezing our sits bones together, pulling our belly button in, pulling our abs up toward our ribs, and breathing. Let's go down a little bit more, curving that spine a little more, keeping the neck long, keeping the shoulder blades down. Thinking of pulling those shoulder blades together and down our back. Then we're going to point our toes one at a time, so just the tips of our toes are on the floor. And now we're not using our feet and legs as much to help us balance. So it's becoming a little more of a core exercise, more work on our core. Then we'll stretch one leg up. This is kind of like a half teaser. The teaser is a Pilates V-Sit, so this is like a half V-Sit, half teaser. And we'll bring that foot down, raise the other one. Keep those abs engaged, sits bones squeezed together. Make sure your lower back is a little bit rounded and your upper back is straight and long. And we'll bring that toe down. We're gonna squeeze our heels together. Shift our weight back just enough to bring our toes a little bit off the floor. And we'll balance here with our toes just about an inch off the floor, just a teeny bit. Really squeeze those sits bones to keep your balance when you start falling. Then we're going to come up to sitting, so we'll put our toes down and we'll just slide back out and sit up. That was a lot of work, wasn't it? Let's shake our legs out. Then the first tool I have for us today is a ball like this. Let me show you what I have so you can gather whatever you have with you. So this is just like a toy ball. It's a soft ball. Mine's a little bit deflated. It can be bigger, smaller, but just some kind of soft ball like this. That's one thing you can use. Also, any kind of resistance bands. I've got a big loop, a little loop, and a straight band. So all of those can be useful. Grab whatever resistance bands you have. And then I also have my trusty stability ball. So if you've got a stability ball, grab one of those. If you have a chair or anything that's about this height that will support your feet, you can try using that instead of a stability ball. So, let's go ahead and start with whatever little ball you have. If you don't have one, then you can watch, you can envision it. A lot of this you can actually do just envisioning the ball there without having it there. So we're going to put this between our knees, just to squeeze those legs together. So it just helps us make sure that we're really squeezing those legs together. And then we're going to try that balance one more time. So again, we'll exhale, curving the spine, shifting our weight back. Point the toes. Keep squeezing those knees together and pick up the feet. And by squeezing this ball, you'll see how you can use your leg muscles to help you balance here. And you can do the same thing without a ball, just squeezing your legs together. It just helps you find those inner thigh muscles. If we put our heels together, we can squeeze down by our heels, and we can also squeeze up where our knees are, where the ball is. And then we can try stretching our legs. Depending on where your ball is, you might not be able to stretch all the way. It might fly across the room if you stretch too far, that's okay. And let's go ahead and bend our legs again, and we'll sit back up. And take a breath. We'll put that aside. We're going to stretch our inner thighs a little bit. So starting with a butterfly, we're going to open so our feet are flat on the floor, and we're going to press our knees back and lift our chest. So we're holding right around our ankles, a little above our ankles. We're using our elbows to press our knees back, and we're lifting our chest. We'll breathe into it, stretching those inner thighs. If you're not feeling it, you can try bringing the feet in a little bit further, pushing the knees back further. Play around with it, adjust yourself till you have a spot where you feel a nice stretch. Then let's go ahead and bring the knees together. And we're going to take one of your circle bands. This time we're going to lie down. So go ahead and find your way down to your mat. And we'll loop the band around our feet. And really it doesn't matter whether it's the long one or the short one. I just grabbed both, but any kind of loop will be fine. And we're going to use this resistance between our hands and our feet, that connection. We're going to use that to help keep our shape as we sit up. So we're going up to the teaser from lying down this time. We'll bend our knees into tabletop position. Pull our shoulders back. Take a breath. You can watch first. On an exhale, we're going to roll up and push our heels forward as we come up to our teaser and tabletop position. From here, you can bring your feet down to the floor if you need to catch your balance. You can also stretch your legs all the way out if you're feeling balanced and you want to challenge yourself more. Or you can stay right in the middle. We always want to check our position, pulling our belly buttons in, squeezing those sits bones together, long neck, shoulders back, breathing. And one nice thing about having this support is it makes it easier to do a little twist while you're up here. So you can twist to one side and to the other side, working your abs. You can also do this without the band, it's just harder. We'll come back to center and come all the way down, rolling through your spine to come down. We can do the same thing with a straight band. It's going to be exactly the same. We just put it around our feet and we hold it with our hands. So let's go ahead when you're ready. Pulling our shoulders back on an exhale. We'll roll through. Find a spot to balance. And come up and hold. Now if you have a nice thick band like this one, a wide band rather. This one's nice and wide. So one thing that's nice about these is I can also do some foot exercises while I'm up here. So if you're feeling nice and balanced, then we can point and flex our feet. You kind of have to prepare for it. Make sure your band is in the right spot so it won't slip off. And this is going to work your leg and foot muscles and challenge your balance more while you're up here. And let's go ahead and roll back down. This time we'll take that ball back and we're going to put it between our knees. And we're going to use both together. Again, if you don't have a ball, you can do this without. You can do any of these with or without. But if you have these simple pieces of equipment or anything that would work, then give it a try. So here we go. We'll roll up. And you should feel that each piece of equipment is helping center you in a different way. So when you have this ball here, when we have the ball between our knees here, that forces us to press our legs inward, and it kind of moves our center of gravity more toward, moves our muscular energy more toward our center of gravity. So we're using our leg muscles and our core muscles. We're directing that energy inward toward where the ball is and toward where our center is. And the same thing with the band. We're pulling that energy from where our feet are toward our center. So that helps us balance and it helps us use the correct muscles to stay centered here. Take one more breath and roll down. This time we're going to try using the big ball. Let's stretch ourselves out for a moment on the floor, lying on your back. Reach your fingers behind you, your toes in front of you. Stretch. Take some breaths. Shake everything out. All right. Then we can roll over onto our side to find that stability ball wherever it is. They tend to roll away. Now we're going to put this under our feet. And this is going to help us get up into a full teaser. It's going to support our feet so that we can come up higher. So we'll bring our arms back. On an exhale, we'll lift our chest and arms. And then you might find that your ball's not quite in the right spot. So if I try to go from here, oh, I made it. I thought I wasn't going to. It's harder. So you try it. So try it in one spot, and if it's not quite working, you can slide your ball out a little bit further. And try it again. Now my ball's getting caught on something. So play around with exactly where your ball is. The closer it is to you, the higher your legs will come up. The higher your legs are, the higher your feet are, the harder it is. If it's further away, then your feet will be lower, which would be hard to hold without the ball, but with the ball here, that makes it easier to hold because you have that support. So let's try a couple just going up and down. We won't hold this time, we'll just go straight up and straight down. Exhale, rolling up. And exhale again, rolling down. Inhale, reaching back. Exhale, rolling up. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, rolling down. This next time we'll hold. Take advantage of the ball. See if you can bring your legs up higher. holding. See if you're balanced enough with good posture to add a twist. Adding in your spine twist. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and come back down. Pull those knees in close. So you can do all of these exercises that we did with the stability ball. You can do all of those with anything else that you can prop your feet on. The ball is nice because it's easy to roll back and forth. And it's a nice cushiony surface. But you can do it with a chair, piece of furniture. Anything will work. So let's go ahead and push that away for a moment. We'll pull our knees in. Stretch our feet up in the air, arms out to the side, and let's point and flex our feet. And then we'll flex our feet, legs together, flex both of our feet, and we're going to rotate in and out from our hips. Back to parallel, we'll hold one leg, reach the other one down, and switch, loosening up those leg muscles a little bit. Keep going. Now let's bring our feet back to the floor. We're going to do one teaser without anything. So you'll find what form of the teaser works for you today when you don't have any supplies. So bringing our feet up, reaching our arms back. We'll roll through our spine. See if you can come up in balance. If you find yourself falling a little bit or losing your balance, losing your form, we can curve our spine and we can bring our feet down. If you find that you're nice and balanced, stretch your legs. You can also stretch one leg at a time. If you're ready for the next step, we'll bring one arm up in line with our neck, and then the other arm. And on an exhale, we'll reverse from wherever you are and come all the way back down. Let's just do one more of those for good measure. To wherever you just went, we'll do that same teaser again with an exhale. And exhale, coming down again. And let's roll all the way over. And we'll just do a little bit of back extension work to even ourselves out a little here. So let's come onto our forearms, press our fists together, extend our back, lift our chest, and we're going to reach let's reach our right leg, and lift a little bit, and bring it back down, and switch to the left. Keep going back and forth with your breath. Keeping the shoulders back, belly button lifted off the floor. And let's bring both legs to the floor. We'll do our neck roll, turning to the side, rolling forward and round, and coming center, and reverse. One more time. With an exhale, we'll sink down into our shoulders. And we'll inhale, pushing back up. And again, sink all the way down, opening your chest. And push back up. And we'll come back to center. A nicely aligned back extension position. Your neck is long, belly button's lifted. And we're one at a time, we're going to bring each hand to the floor, right under our shoulders, and we'll push up to hands and knees. Take a couple breaths. Then we'll reach one leg out and reach the opposite arm and hold. Lift both your arm and leg a little bit higher. Try to lift them evenly. So we're extending that spine and hold. And come back to a straight line. Take one breath there. And all the way back to the floor. And we'll switch sides. One long line from your fingers to your toes. And lift the hand and foot evenly toward the ceiling. So we have a little bit of a bow shape. If we look at that line, going from my hand through my back to my toe. It's a little bit arched. And we'll come back to a straight line. And back to the floor. And then we'll sit back on our heels, reach our arms forward, and breathe into our rest position. Sitting up straight with your shoulders back. Engage your abs. Feel those nice, strong ab muscles that we worked today. Those strong leg and foot muscles. The back muscles that we were just working in those last few exercises. And bring all of that with you as you move around throughout your day, as you're sitting at your desk. Whatever it is that you do throughout your day. I will see you next time.